Hi, this is Miss Gibson again, and welcome to my e-algebra classroom. Okay, so let's see. I think I have a knock knock joke today. Knock knock, who's there? Who? Who? Ah, don't get too excited. It's only a joke. Well, I hope you're excited about today's lesson. It is on solving a variable, solving an equation when we have variables on each side. So I'm going to tell you a little story first. Suppose there's a fire in the house and you are sitting downstairs and your baby sister or baby brother is in the crib. You try to get everyone out of the house, don't you? You yell and you say, hey, it's fire, fire. You get everyone out of the house. Do you leave the baby behind? Oh, no, you don't. You don't forget the baby. That's very important, isn't it? Well, when we're solving the equations with variables on each side, we want to remember the baby also, the baby variable. And what I mean by baby variable is this. If I had a 2x and I compared it to a 4x, which one is the baby or the smallest value? It would be the 2x. If I had a negative 5x and 3x, which one is the baby variable? A negative 5x because it has the least value. Well, we're going to do the same thing with solving equations with the variable on each side. Now, what I mean by each side is this. See how I have a yellow side and a green side? And it is separated by this equal sign. These are the two sides. So this yellow side has a 6 minus x and the green side has a 5x plus 30. Well, we want to move the baby variable. Here I have a 1, negative 1x. Now you can know that there's a 1 here because it's understood, right? It's understood to be a 1. Let me make that 1 just a little bit different. There we go. Negative 1x. And on this side, we have a 5x. Which one is the baby variable? That's right, the negative 1x. So we are going to move it to the other side. And here's another important rule. Important rule to remember. If you change the side, you must change the sign. Change the side, change the sign. So we're going to change this or move it to the other side. So we have to change it from a minus 1x to a positive 1x. So we have a positive 1x on each side. That now gives us 6. Sorry, let me erase that again. That gives me 6 is equal to, there we go, 6 is equal to 6x plus 30. Now we have a number on one side, then we have a number with the variable plus a number. Well, we want to get all the numbers on one side. So we're going to have to change the side on this one. Here I have a plus 30, so I'm going to change the sign and make it a minus 30. What you do on one side, you must do where? To the other side. So that would give me negative 24 is equal to 6x. Do you remember how we get the x by itself? Yes, we divide by 6. What you do on one side, you must do to the other side. Therefore, x is equal to a negative 4. Now, how could we check this to make sure it's correct? We could plug in the negative 4 for the x on each side to see if both sides are equal. Let's try another problem. 3 plus y divided by 4 is equal to a negative y divided by 8. Now this one's a little different, but we're still going to follow the same rules to solve it. You see I have two ratios, and we had talked about ratios earlier. We know that we can cross multiply to solve these, right? So this right here will give me 8 times the sum of 3 and y is equal to, the other side is going to give me 4 times the negative y. And let me simplify this for you. That's going to give you 24 plus 8y equals negative 4y. These two things are actually equal. I just cross-multiplied and simplified. So now I have a baby variable. But where's my baby variable? I have an 8y on this side and a negative 4y on this side. The negative 4y is my baby variable, so I want to move it by doing the opposite. Plus 4y on each side. So that gives me 24 plus 12y is equal to what? 0. And lots of common error here. We forget that this really equals 0. Now, remember my last rule is that we have to get the numbers on one side and we have to get the variables on another side. So what needs to move? That's right. I'm going to move the 24. By changing the side, I'm going to change the sign. We understand this to be positive, so we're going to subtract 24 from each side, and that will give me 12y is equal to negative 24. Do you remember our next step? What do we do next to solve this? That's right, we divide it by 12. What you do on one side, you must do to the other side. So my answer is a negative 2. How could I check to make sure the negative 2 works? Well, I could take this negative 2 and plug it back into my original problem to see if it works correctly. Okay? Well, that's it about solving equations with variable on each side. Look through your textbook, try a lot of different types of problems, and don't forget to ask me